have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears, and sweat.
Its appeal has always been universal. The lines, classic. It was, and still is in many ways, one of the crown jewels of the British Empire. This was especially true when brave airmen took flight in this aircraft against the invading Luftwaffe forces in Britain's darkest and finest hours. A2A Simulations is proud to present the Wings of Power 3 Spitfire. You may have been fortunate enough to see this aircraft inside an air show or a museum. You may have even wondered what it was like to sit inside this cockpit and fly this aircraft. Well, welcome to Accu-Sim. Alright, we're sitting inside the Mark 1A Spitfire cockpit. I'm going to show you how to start this aircraft up and give you an overview of a few systems. With professional audio equipment, over 300 samples have been recorded and helped bring this aircraft to life. The Spitfire uses a pneumatic system which powers the brakes and the flaps. As you can see when we climbed into the cockpit, there is no air pressure present. Since there is no air pressure, you can move the flap lever to the down position and they will not move. We can charge the system by clicking here in the Fuel and Payload Manager. Of note, I'm using 87 octane fuel and winter oil. The Spitfire does not have brakes attached to the rudder pedals. Instead, there's a single lever on the yoke. For directional braking, when pressure is applied, I simply move the rudder pedals, just like the real aircraft. With the air charged, I can now use the flaps. Let's see that from the inside. And now up. The flaps are held by springs, but actuated by air. Continuing the startup checklist, mags on. Fuel. Starter mag on. I'm going to advance the throttle for a moment, which will turn on the gear indicator light. Radiator flaps full open. And of course, we need to prime the engine. Before we engage the starter, let's take a quick visit to the maintenance hangar. For the purpose of the video, we have here a very old and tired engine. The new maintenance hangar will allow you to see your mechanic's notes, view various parts in their condition, and then make fixes to those parts that are worn out or damaged. You can even open up your Rolls-Royce Merlin and perform compression tests on the various cylinders, checking them for wear, and then replacing them as necessary. A new and unique feature is the ability to change your prop on the fly from your standard propeller to a constant speed two-bladed propeller. You can even change your canopy from the later wraparound type to the earlier windblown type. Now that we've shown you a few of the new Accu-Sim features, let's return to our aircraft and energize the engine. With Accu-Sim, every facet of this aircraft is authentically replicated and then tested by real-world pilots. never been simulated before. Accu-Sim now has its own independent software which handles A2A Simulation's first liquid-cooled inline engine, the Rolls-Royce Merlin. The Spitfire is a thoroughbred aircraft, born and bred from a trophy winner. A generation of men grew up fighting and flying in these aircraft, with later generations admiring them. With over 9 months of development, lengthy testing periods, and thousands of man-hours with pilots and experts alike scouring over data, A2A Simulations has now given you the opportunity to find out why this aircraft was so highly revered and iconic. To learn more about the Wings of Power 3 Spitfire, head to www.a2asimulations.com.